I am super excited.
Cheers.
Cheers. Sweet Sunday.
Yeah. Hello everybody and welcome to Sweet Sunday. Woo. I'm here with my lovely friend Sophie and we are going to make, what are we making today?
We're going to make some white chocolate and dark chocolate and macadamia chocolate cookies.
Yeah.
We're kind of making chocolate cookies with macadamia.
It's amazing. It's triple chocolate.
It's triple chocolate.
It's triple chocolate and macadamia cookies.
Yeah.
The best thing you'll ever have. They're delicious.
We're going to work from a recipe, but one that we're altering. So
we'll do the revised ingredients list again like we did last week.
Yeah.
And
I don't like sticking to recipes.
No, sticking to recipes is for
Chomps?
Yeah, alright, chops. So yes, I'm very excited.
I'm super duper excited.
So excited. Yay! Oh, we're gonna get our tea because it's daytime, morning time over here in Australia, so
we're not gonna be soused.
Yeah, we're not going to be drinking Prosecco this time around. Also, important side note, and I mentioned this in the last video, the revised ingredients list will be written underneath, like in the the description box it will be down there. Just because
once we know what the recipe is.
We sort of debated about like temperatures and times and what ingredients exactly we would be using, so the finalised version will be written in the description box down below. The aprons. I love this apron. Maddie, if you're watching, I love this apron a lot.
She loves this apron.
I'm like possessive, I love it that much.
Yeah, I'm not even allowed to go into the apron drawer.
No, because you might touch it then, and it's mine. Let's start. So, as you would have noticed, we've changed our bowl. We needed something slightly larger. So we've got a large glass mixing bowl. It doesn't have to be glass, but this is just the biggest one I have. We've got 125 grams of salted butter. I always do salted butter.
Yeah,
I don't get the point of
I don't understand unsalted butter. When it says unsalted, it's like, what? No.
Yeah.
No.
I agree.
Nothing's going to go wrong if it's salted.
We've got 1 egg, brown sugar, macadamias of course, dark and milk chocolate, dark and white chocolate, my very trusty homemade vanilla essence. I have said it before, I'll say it again. What I forgot to say last week, apart from the fact you can make it yourself, is it lasts for ages.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it really does. Like, your vanilla beans.
Well,
and your vanilla beans, you can do it a few times and your vanilla beans are still good.
They're so strong.
Yeah, they really do. It's quite impressive. So, get on it. We've also got some dark cocoa, all-purpose flour and self-raising flour. And then of course we've got mortar and pestle for crushing our nuts, measuring spoons, cups, flour sifter and a chopping board.
So we've got everything.
We have everything. Cool. Okay, so what do we start with? We're doing butter.
Yeah, so we start creaming the butter and sugar. It's another, like the brownies, it's another creaming method one.
Yeah.
So we've got 125 grams of softened butter. If it's been in the fridge, just like pop it in the microwave for a bit. But do be careful because if it melts and it gets really hot and it's actually like liquid, then it's obviously going to change the consistency of your mixture, and it's going to, if you put in your chopped chips into that, your chopped chips might melt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you sort of keep it at a relatively even...
You just want to soften it, so like what I usually do is set my microwave so that it's a lower power and just do it for sort of 20 or 30 seconds and just test it.
It's quite a warm day here, so
ours is just like soft. It's
lovely and soft.
It's nice, and that's what you want for creaming it.
We've preheated the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, fan forced, and we're not messing with temperature or time with this recipe, are we?
No, I think 180 is good for cookies. 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar.
3/4.
They're so nice. They look so fancy.
Oh, thanks.
I've got ones when I finally decided to buy myself some measuring cups.
After all that time.
Because I didn't buy myself nice baking things, and I baked everything in saucepans and measured by eye. I bought myself some measuring cups, and they are each like a different colour, like flour, and all stacked together. They make this like pretty petal pattern, and they're held together with a little leaf thing.
If you didn't see our show last week, I'm just giving you the update. Sophie and I have been friends for a few years since we met at university, and she has recently, in the last sort of year and a bit, moved to Norwich, which is on the other side of the world from me here in Australia.
I'm sorry.
I know, and I miss her terribly. So while she's visiting, we've decided to do some baking together.
Yeah.
And it's great because I get to like hear all about what it's like in Norwich and things, which is good.
It's good. And it's fun. It's nice to have someone to bake with.
Yeah, all of
I
you
usually make
guys.
no, we've got so much company.
We do, and it's great. I love it. Okay.
So I'm just making sure that the butter and the sugar are creamed nicely together. You can do this with an electric beater, and it actually said in the recipe we're using to do that. But I generally do things by hand. I don't know, there's a certain nice kind of like more homemade charm to do. Like you can absolutely cream butter and sugar by hand. It's not difficult. It's not like trying to, in a minute, yeah. It's not like trying to make meringues by hand, which is almost impossible because you can't beat egg whites stiffly. You just want it to be a nice, even consistency, creamy. It's going to smell quite nice.
It does. I've got a real weakness for brown sugar and butter whipped together.
So nice.
There's
no lumps.
Told you the other night that I had that real craving, so I made half-made cake batter. Yeah. And Elle came home from work, my partner, and I told her what I had done, and she laughed at me so hard that her sandwich came out of her mouth. She was like, "You didn't make a cake?" I was like, "No." She said, "So you made a cake mix just without the flour?" And I was like, "Yeah." And
you just ate it?
And I just ate it on the couch by myself.
Winner.
Oh, it was good. I was happy.
So crack your egg. About 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence.
1 teaspoon it is.
Thank you.
If we're doing dark chocolate and milk chocolate, are we going to, like if we're making a dark chocolate base with milk chocolate chunks, should we not melt some dark chocolate and then add it with the liquid ingredients? Like when you're doing triple, you need to like layer the chocolate into it.
You can do about half a cup.
2/3 cup. So we've got half a cup of dark chocolate. I'm just gonna melt up.
I'm just gonna do it in the microwave, but you can do the in a bowl over hot water if you want to have a bit more control over it. This recipe calls for 1 cup of plain flour and 1 cup of self-raising flour because we're turning it into chocolate biscuits. We're gonna add some cocoa in. I don't want to overbalance the dry ingredients, so I'm thinking of doing a bit less flour and then cocoa. I would also say, in my opinion, it's better to go more plain, less self-raising, because you don't want them to be cakey. No. You want them to be a biscuit. I like to have sort of flatter, like chewy but crispy biscuits. Usually what I would do is I do like 1.5 plain and then a small amount of self-raising. Okay. Which is what I do with the other recipe. I think that's like, you do 2/3 and 1/3. Yeah, I think that's good. What if we do 1 1/3 plain, 1/3 self-raising and 1/3 cocoa? Yeah, that's good. Sifting in our cocoa to have extra triple choc macadamia. So we've done, now just simply because we didn't want it to be too bitter with the macadamias, it's, I've just sort of gone half with dark and milk cocoa. Oh nice. So I've just added the white chocolate chunks. And then we just need to add the macadamia. I've sort of roughly crushed them up, so you can see there's I don't know how well you can actually see that, but there's a mix of sort of big and little bits. I can vouch for you. You can vouch for me? There's a good mix. Just hold still 1 sec. I think it's a good mix of... Yeah, they're certainly high calorie. If you've had a friend who's been unwell, this would be a great, you know, like if you really needed to boost your numbers or something. If you needed some calories stat. Yeah. Actually, that would be such a nice thing to do. If you've got a friend who's been unwell, run right out, make these biscuits and go around and give them some calorie love. I have already laid down some grease-proof baked paper. That is such a mouthful for me. Oh. So they're going in 15 to 20 minutes. At 180 degrees in a fan force oven. You guys, that smells so good! That's so good. I know. Can we try it? Yes, I'm so excited. So excited. Does that flat? Yeah. Oh my goodness. These are so good and they are not too sweet. No, surprisingly they're not, because they've got the balance of the dark chocolate and the macadamia, and then with the sugar and the white chocolate. They're a really nice consistency too. They're not too rich. These are amazing. They're so delicious. Really good. If you are going to make them, please send us a picture, let us know how you go, and if there are any variations that you have sort of added in, we would always love to know. Do different stuff with the chocolate, different nuts. Yeah, anything.
Thank you so much for watching, guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
It's nice to have all this company.
Oh, I know. It's so much fun. If you got all the way to the end of the video, give us a thumbs up so we know. And
happy baking.
Yeah.
We've had fun.
we have. It's been brilliant.
Happy Sweet Sunday.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna eat some more. It's gonna be so good.